Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, bringing you that all important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, fans, we're bringing you Invincible issue number 118. That's right, fans. Now, fans, I'm going to tell you why you should buy this book. Well, first of all, it's only a quarter. That's the first thing. That's right, fans. This book is only a quarter, and Robert Kirkman feels that this is a perfect jumping on point for fans that may have never read this book before. So, it's definitely worth a shot for a quarter. Like, what can you buy these days for a quarter? Nothing. So, if you have a chance to go to the comic book store, give it a try at least, because this is a damn good comic book. And this issue, even though it was only a quarter, this story was phenomenal. It wasn't just a wasteful issue, okay? This was a real, this goes really into this story. The first thing about this book, okay, it's written by Robert Kirkman, and the artwork is done by Ryan Otley. And the artwork in this book is really well done. This is the way the artwork is. If you've never seen Invincible before, a lot of, when the book gets gory, it gets gory, and when the book has just regular people in it, there's nice detail, good facial expressions, good colors in the actual book. It's just a really pretty book to look at. Here's an instance for Mark. He's just eating some alien looking creature food, all right? And so they go very descriptive into it. When you get some facial expressions in here, it's really well done. Everyone is just drawn really nicely. Characters look pretty. It's an amazing book visually to look at, okay? In this issue of Invincible, it was a perfect jumping on point because this is a new chapter for Mark Grayson. That's our main character here. Okay, and what this book does is it does a nice job at giving you like a Cliff Note version of all the characters that were involved in the Invincible storyline. Okay, so it starts you off from the beginning on who Mark Grayson is, how he developed his powers, who his father was. It gives you some of the supporting cast in here, how he made friends and enemies as well. And as time goes on, you get to see his life develop and who he fell in love with, who he developed even more enemies with. So the book did a really good job at giving you a Cliff Note version for new readers out there and for maybe some of the older readers out there that kind of forgot stuff that was going on. All the way up until this point here where you get to see Mark, Adam Eve, and his new baby, Tara. They want to start a fresh new life. They want nothing to do with what Robot is having to do with Earth. So he feels that he needs to move on, go to this new planet, and he knows a friend there. And the planet's name is Telescara, and he meets his buddy Alan there. And he's a longtime friend with Alan. Alan's in charge of this planet and the coalition of planets. So he sets up residency for Mark and his actual wife, Adam Eve. And he meets up with his stepbrother again as well. Now, his stepbrother left earlier in the series because he just didn't want to be a part of Earth. He just felt that it was boring. He wasn't passionate about it. And that's why he came and he lived here with Alan. And his stepbrother's name is Oliver. And he has this power as he gets older. He ages slower and slower. So it's really happy here. There's some good family reunion moments here. Everything seems really good. And as they get to their residency, you can see that it's a very nice and beautiful place for them to live. And Adam and Eve say, oh, we're going to check out the town. We're going to go here and go there. And just, I really appreciate this book as its family dynamic because as a father here, they say they're going to go out on the town and they wind up falling asleep with the baby in their hands. So it was so funny to see that. Mark is actually having some sexual issues when it comes with Adam and Eve, with them getting intimate, because if you've read the series in the previous times, previous issues, recently Mark has gotten raped from a female Vulturemite, and she wanted to mate with him, and he physically got raped, and he's been having issues with Adam Eve. So that's the one thing where if you haven't read this book in the past, you might be a little bit lost in. But in the issue, you wind up seeing Oliver. He brings his girlfriend because he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring my girlfriend over. You know, you guys are gonna meet her, and they're all excited to meet her. It's just this crazy bug-looking like creature, and I was just like, oh my god, that's so funny. And his reasoning behind why he likes, you know, a mate like this is because all Earth people look the same, and he wanted somebody different. So you can understand his reasoning. Great character moments again in here where the girlfriend sits there and makes dinner for everybody, and it's just this weird and odd-looking food. Now, when you look at Adam, Eve, and Mark, and Tara, and everybody, they're just normal people, you know. They're just normal people, and they're kind of getting adjusted to this new planet. And Mark is just like, man, this is not going to be good in the morning. Again, there's some toilet humor in this issue. Just really great stuff and funny moments in here. And when Mark and Eve wind up getting intimate with each other, you wind up seeing that he's having struggles being with her, and he finally, after issues and issues and months of us readers waiting, he actually spills the beans on what happened with this female Vulturemite. And he's crying, and he kind of blames himself. He feels that maybe he could have done something to stop it. And just as we get to that climactic conclusion on how they're going to deal with the situation, we find out that the baby's in bed and she's not breathing. And so this is a very traumatic and stressful time for these two, because how are they going to deal with their baby now that's not breathing? They got this whole thing going on. So really great issue, because even though they're on a different planet, it still has that family dynamic that, you know, fathers or mothers that have children can relate to, especially with a young baby that's in distress like this. And then they're dealing with everyday home issues as well, about being intimate and then actually, you know, being raped. And so all that stuff is coming up now. For a quarter, guys, you cannot beat the story that was written here. And this was a little bit of everything for everybody. It caught you up for new readers. It continued the story for current readers. It has a family dynamic in here. It has good humor in here. Good artwork in here. Nice pacing to this story. I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 5. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets pick of the week. Not even because of the story, but also for the price alone. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a book that was on sale for a quarter, and the quality of the book was this great. So 5 out of 5 stars from me, guys. Tell me what you thought of Invincible issue number 118, and do you agree with what I said on this particular review? The one thing that I can't wait to see is just, again, how is Mark going to continue to deal with his situation here? But of course, everything's distracted now because of the baby. So, of course, guys, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. As always, fans, until that next comic book review, this is Mike Spiderslayer signing off. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon. Bye.